I thought you was about to intro it.
You are
what are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? We're making these people wait 15 minutes and then you're about to interrupt my intro. What's going on here? Didn't you do the intro yesterday?
I did, so I'll let it pass on to you. The rest before there was...
How am I going to come in 30 seconds and say, how's it going, people? That needs to come at the start of the video, my guy.
Run that, because I like that bit. Go on, do it. That's my favourite bit. Go on.
How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to AFTV Live. Listen, first and foremost, apologies for the delay. Initially, this video was going to be based around how many signings Arsenal need, and we are going to get into that. But over the last half an hour or so, some news has picked up pace regarding Raphinha. Apparently, there's a new 70 million bid made, 55 million with 15 million on add-ons. It hasn't been confirmed that it's Arsenal. There are people out there in the last 10 minutes saying it is Arsenal, apparently a source based in Barcelona. I can't confirm the validity of it, but apparently there has been a bid made for Raphinha. That seems pretty solid. It's just which club is it? The reports are saying it's an English club. Obviously, there's rumours that Chelsea are interested. There's rumours that Tottenham are interested. Yep. So it might not be us, but he does seem like a player on the move. He does seem like a player we're interested in. We've talked about him quite a lot.
Yeah, we have.
But 70 million.
It's way too much. With 70 million euros, guys, just to make it clear, 70 million euros equates to about 60 million English pounds. That's including add-ons. Listen, I spoke about Raphinha yesterday, and I said, if we get him, all well and good. But he's not. He wouldn't be my priority target. I spoke about Gnabry. Would have been amazing to get a Sterling. No, Sterling's being linked to Chelsea. Likely he's going to go there. But that sort of player would have been more my liking than Raphinha. However, this is. This £60 million new bid, it's for me too much money. I don't know, you guys watch it, I don't know if you'll be happy about 60 million. It does sound something like Arsenal would do. It does actually sound like they would pay that much, which is, people may disagree. But yeah, I think 60 million is way too much for Raphinha, not something I would personally want to see. Do you think that's too much as well, Turkish? Do you think that's, I mean, we spoke about it a little bit yesterday.
Raphinha is a quality player. He's at a good age as well. I think it's a bit over the odds, but I do think that if you are in a position where you're adding depth and you're adding quality when your starting 11 is already pretty certain, you know, I'd say 60 million Raphinha, I'd take it. The only reason I'm saying now that I believe we should spend it elsewhere is because of the need to spend it elsewhere. Yeah. If we do have that sort of money, then I'd like to be looking at another midfield reinforcement, maybe a reinforcement in that left back position too. I hope news on Martinez really starts picking up pace, and we are going to talk about it briefly shortly, because Romano has pretty much confirmed that we're still in for Martinez. There's reports today that Tavares is wanted by Marseille on loan, and we're looking at Martinez as you know, first target in that position. So that's something that I want us to address before adding depth into that right wing position. Are you
still in the thinking that, you know, I don't believe we'll get Raphinha, in my personal opinion. I don't see us getting over the line. Are you still in that sort of that mindset as well? Or do you think with this new bid, it's looking like it's more likely to happen? And people watching as well, what's your take? Do you think we'll get Raphinha? Because
I don't think we're going to get Raphinha.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. Because if we did make this bid, and he rejects it, then this should be it for us. So we shouldn't keep chasing, because it seems like this interest is building for him to make that move to Barcelona. I don't know if they're putting all these things in. But if we made that,
someone here, sorry, Cecil.
Go straight in.
But Jamsey said, why spend Gnabry money on Raphinha? And that's my point. And it's not even Gnabry money, because I think Bayern would entertain 40, 45 just to get the deal done. When you see them sell Thiago for 25 mil, they get Mane for 35 mil. I'm sure they'd take 45 for Gnabry. Obviously, with Gnabry, it comes to, you know, ambition and all where Arsenal are at the moment, no Champions League football, and cool. That could break it all down. But the fact we haven't tested the waters just kind of sickens me. Because I feel like surely you test the waters with that player, because that's a player that brings not only quality but experience too. He's played at the highest level. He's been at the club, you know.
Wants to come back, yeah. So
in terms of all this talk recently about traditions and the Arsenal way and high-fiving the Arsene Wenger team on the way out.
I knew you were going to mention that.
Gnabry is someone that, you know, he knows a bit about it as well. Yes, he didn't grow up in the glory days, but he was out, and he has fond memories of Arsenal.
I'm surprised we're not pushing for Gnabry. I've mentioned, I think the club, I said 33 million. I'm sure they said they would take for Gnabry. So around 40, 45 million, I'm sure they'd accept. So looking at around 60 million for Raphinha, just to me is nonsense. But he is a good player. Like he would definitely strengthen the squad, but for me, I don't think it's going to happen. Two, I think there's better options out there. I want to know if this falls through. Who is the Who has replaced him? I haven't seen Arsenal massively linked to many other right wingers or wingers that can play across the three. That that will be the backup. Because if we lose out to him, then I don't know who they're going to be looking at. Who
it's hard to judge. This is why the last few days, I've been saying that it's hard to judge. I don't know what Arsenal are trying to do. It looks like they're trying to emulate Pep and Klopp without the striker and goals, from an abundance of attacking midfielders and so on. Cool, I get that. That might be what they're trying to do. But I came into the summer knowing that we need a midfield reinforcement, and I know Vieira is a midfielder, but he's an attacking midfielder. We need reinforcements a bit defensively or in our own half as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, the left back position. If anything, maybe the left wing position needs more competition for Martinelli.
Well, Emile Smith-Rowe and him and Martinelli challenging there to secure that spot. You think that's not enough?
Listen, I think Odegaard, Vieira and Emile Smith-Rowe will fight it out for the number 10, number 8, whatever.
Yeah, okay. I think it'd be more. I've seen the Smith-Rowe at 10. He doesn't seem the strongest. I think it will be more Martinelli and Emile Smith-Rowe pushing for that. Then on the right, obviously, Saka. I think the importance is getting competition for Saka. Obviously, Vieira and Odegaard will be battling out in that position, in my opinion. I want to kind of just, because a lot of people, big up everyone in the chat, because it's gone to the perfect way I want it to go to. It's now player wages. So Alex Sebastian says Saka sitting on 30k per week. Sai Nosovo says 300 a week for Gnabry. Obviously, is what he'd may want is what he's trying to say there. Now I've got some of the player wages here, which is obviously not going to happen. There's no way he's going to demand that.
The last two players we've given 300k to, I would rather give it to Gnabry now at 27 years of age. Yeah? We gave Ozil 350k when he was slightly on the decline. We gave Oba 350k when we know, considering his age, he's going to be on the decline. This is Gnabry, 27.
300k, yeah, you do that, yeah.
Every big team does it. Every big team has a 300k player. Whether it's
have we benefited from them big contracts? Have we? Because it seems like the track record's been terrible. Yeah,
we haven't done it right. But similar to Man United, they haven't done it right. But
true.
It means you learn. It means try and avoid those same mistakes. It doesn't mean stop doing it. Because a lot of people with the Pepe 70 million, they're like, look what happens when we spend big money. But what are you saying then? That means we should not do that again. When in reality,
no, big clubs you have to
take the risk.
Yeah, you have to.
Take the risk. You just have to try and learn and avoid the same mistakes and move forward and cut your losses and all of that.
I think for me, Gnabry at 300k a week, that would. We're just speculating here. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but that pushes him as the highest earner straight away and way higher. I'm saying we got Thomas Partey here, 200k a week. Pepe was on 140. Obviously, Eddie Nketiah just re-signed at 100k a week. These are some of the wages I've got below me here. And I kind of wanted to link this in with Raphinha if he comes in. If he does sign, the player wage structure is a bit messed up right now because of these new deals. Obviously, the Saka's needs to change his wages as well. But I'm thinking with Eddie Nketiah being 100k a week, if Raphinha comes in, what's he going to look to demand? Gabriel Jesus as well. What is he going to look to demand? What do you think he's valued at a week if they sign?
Listen, in the moment, regarding that contract, I know the number 14 has been more discussed recently because the 100k offer, we kind of found that about towards the end of the season, or the week after the season finished. My thing with that has always been, listen, 100k when you consider Saliba, Martinelli and Saka going into their last 2 years and they're up for renewal soon as well.
Yeah,
you kind of set the standard.
Well, what should they be going into the room asking for? I know we're doing a lot of speculation, but if Saka right now 200k a week or less than that, 150.
Yeah, 150. Yeah, 150 max.
Yeah, okay.
Especially when he's coming from, where's he coming from? 36, whatever
30,
it says
30,
there. I
30.
don't think he's on that. That seems very low.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I can't confirm the validity of this either.
Yeah, I've just got it here.
Because then it says Vieira there's on what, 20?
25 there. It says a week.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. So I take this with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, I know Saka's between 30 to 35.
But obviously, if Eddie's on 100, then Martinelli, Saka, Saliba, they're all going to be comfortably more, or going to ask for comfortably more than 100. And then, like you said, with a Raphinha coming in or something like that, again, it just sets standards, innit? That's what it does.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what we're trying to. Well, we fixed a lot over the years, our wage structure, but let's not make the same mistakes. And then in 2-3 years, we're asking ourselves what's happened again. So hopefully, and I say, hopefully, they haven't learned, have they? Because they've just given 100k out. But it is what it is, man. They you know what? It's their process. We're the fans. We have to get behind it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Edu clearly has a big hand
that'll prove it.
In these incomers as well. I'm seeing a Brazilian front. If we get Jesus, you got Jesus. You could have Raphinha there. You could also have obviously Martinelli as well. It's Brazilian front three. I'm not too angry at that. If I'm completely honest, it doesn't mean anything right now. But
you're saying Brazilian front three like we've got like R9 and Ronaldinho and all them. Obviously, that's in your head when you're thinking about Brazilian players. You think about
the old days.
Like this Brazil team. I know they're decent now, but they're not the great Brazil side.
No way.
But don't get me wrong, I'll take Jesus. I like Raphinha. I like Martinelli. People know that already. Gabriel as well, I like him. So the Brazilian players we do have, I like. It's a shame we couldn't get Bruno Guimaraes over the line in January.
That would be nice.
Because I think that would have definitely added to the squad and eliminated the need for a signing in that position this summer.
Marquinhos, we haven't seen much from him yet,
but
you know, he could come through at some point. But you know, I think there's a link in the sense that, you know, all of these players are very high intense when it comes to ball pressure and whatnot and closing down the ball. So I think that's what Arteta likes to see. Players that work hard. And if you look at the profile of these players that we're bringing in, that is very clear. I want to go to Super Chats. They're flying in again. Big up everyone sending Super Chats. Big up everyone that's joined us on this live. 6,000 of you in the building. Please hit a like. Let's get straight into Super Chats before we start going on to some activities that I had planned for this show. But obviously news came in and, like Turkey said at the start of the show, the last 5 minutes before we started. So we had to change a bit. But we've got activities and stuff to discuss and go through. But let's go straight into Super Chats here. Yogi says, I heard Mikel wants...
Mikel Oyarzabal. James taught me that one.
Yeah, Oyarzabal when we did our show.
I said him in the European draft video we did. It came out on Sunday, me, Cecil, Robbie and James. It's an interesting option on the left-hand side. Like I said, if I was going to improve or add competition to one wing, it'd probably be that wing, considering Martinelli might have a future up front, maybe. But yeah, interesting. I haven't heard any links. And listen, who heard about Vieira came out of nowhere. Even the Raphinha stuff really came out of nowhere. Martinez definitely came out of nowhere. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. I'd take him.
That's from his hometown club, Sociedad in La Liga. Sleep with a super chat says, not our money, we're not accountants. Now, this is always...
It's a fair point.
Yeah, it is. Because me and Robbie, when we discuss about signs and everything, I'm like, it's too much. He was like, it's not your money. And I hear that. But we try, when it comes to reality checking, we know how this club runs. We've been fans for a long time. So we understand, you know, it may not be our money, but they don't usually spend it.
Yeah, when I say, like, listen, I don't care what they spend on the player, as long as I believe they're buying in the right positions. That's the thing with Raphinha. I feel even like with Ben White last summer, when that 50 million was spent on Ben White, not a lot of us knew much about Ben White, even though he was in the league. No one's really paying attention to him. That came out of nowhere. My thing then was, could that 50 have been used better elsewhere? And Saliba comes in? But here's what it is. Ben White had a decent first season, cool. But this summer, I believe if we have 60, 70 and we spend on Raphinha, we don't have 60, 70 to go spend on a midfielder or a striker or a left back. That, you know, we need to spend in better positions.
Sleep, sorry to cut you there, Turk. Sleep, that is what it comes down to. It builds more excuses. So I know it's not our money, but then say the big sign on our biggest record sign on Pepe, because that's gone wrong in a sense. People had the excuse saying, well, why the Kroenke's going to spend big on players now and take that risk when they did that with Pepe and it hasn't worked out. It's maybe not our money, but I don't want it to be turned into an excuse, because that's what I tend to hear when I'm speaking to fans. Benny says, why do we not sign Gakpo at half the price? Seeing the links with him as well.
Yeah, in fact, I just done a supporters club today as well with Chris Hudson, Jordan and Curtis. That'll come out Sunday 5 p.m. And Chris Hudson mentioned Gakpo when we talked about Raphinha. He mentioned that, listen, Gakpo, and he's got height on him as well. So he's got that threat to his game, and Arsenal kind of lack that in attacking positions for sure. So, you know, that's definitely someone that going into the summer, there seemed to be a lot of interest in, but I haven't really heard any solid links to him so far. Okay,
OCB says, big up Cecil, you're a great host and talented guy. Big up OCB, love for the love, as Turkish would say.
That's copyright infringement, my guy.
Hold on, I ain't got any change. I'll give you some money after, man.
My lawyers will be in touch. You've got a bank account, my guy.
I'm running blah, blah, blah. KD says, Turkish and Cecil, I like Raphinha and Jesus. But we need to get Martinez and Tielemans more. Who is more important in your opinion? And what's a good window, which we're going to get to as well? Who's more important?
Who are you saying? So is it Martinez, Tielemans? So again, I asked down support club. I'll ask you, let's say we get Jesus, put him aside. Who do you want next out of all the names? Who do you want next?
We need a midfielder. I'm probably going to go with Tielemans there. So Jesus, I think, very close. I'm hoping he does come through the door. My priority for the window was the strikers and attack, because we've been working on our defence for many seasons. Josh Media in the comments, sorry, said, don't listen to OCP, Cecil. You're about average. Thanks, Josh. Big up Josh in production.
So you'll take Tielemans next?
Yeah, I'll take Tielemans next. We need a midfielder. We need to attack that. I don't know what's happening with Xhaka right now. Whether he stays or goes, I still think we need a midfielder. That is something important to me. I said at the start of the window, I expect 4 signings in the positions that we needed. Obviously now, if we look at, I'm not going to include obviously Marquinhos and the goalkeeper come back, but I'm going to include definitely Vieira. That came out of the blue, not a position I don't think we needed, but now we need 5 signings because we still need a midfielder, so we need a striker. We need a winger, and we need a cover left back that can challenge for that first spot for Tierney. But we'll get into that.
That's why Martinez for me, like I haven't seen much of him, but what I've heard, what I've read, what I've seen since we've been linked, I want Martinez.
Does he push Tierney out, or does he stay? Or is he number 2?
Listen, Martin.
So I know
left
you say
centre back, left back DM. You know, I've heard he can cover all 3 positions. Left back and DM or centre mid really caused us problems at the end of both our last seasons, Europa League semi-final, and then what happened at the end of last season. So someone that can cover those positions, and not only cover, but he was their player of the year, I believe. I think he's around 24. So if you add him to the side, he's not the most experienced, but he's got a bit more experience than a few of the lads that we have now.
So over Hickey as well, that was linked to kind of the start of the
after window. Jesus, Martinez for me.
Wow. Okay.
Profile-wise, definitely for me. Definitely. Because as much as we have problems in the attacking positions and a couple of seasons ago creating chances was a problem, you know, finishing is a problem last season and so on. Defensively, we're not quite there yet either. And I've also heard and seen some of his ball playing ability, that his pings over the top and so on.
He plays. He's a very multi-talented player in the sense he can play in different positions. Obviously, he plays centre back, plays left side centre back, left back, and I believe he has had. He played DM as well for a few games, which we're going to get to in the end as well. That's also in the end activity as well. We're going to show as well. But Don Robbie Def's there, and just quickly, he just sent a super chat and I'm going to read this. But big up AFTV Extra. Just quickly, there's a video they did about Robbie and his stairs before his transfer dailies, and it's so funny. So big up AFTV Extra. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Anyway, Don Robbie Def's there with a super chat, says, I'm just waiting for the Saka left centre mid monster season that's currently being cooked.
No way. That's not happening, especially after the Vieira signing as well. And I'm not saying Vieira, I can see because he looks pretty lightweight, but I just don't see Saka being moved to left centre mid. Not for me. That would have happened already. We would have seen that already, in my opinion. We would have seen that already. We would have got a hint at it, but
no, I don't see it happening. I think Saka needs to stay in his position. This kid's been moved around, and yes, he excels in many other positions, left wing back and whatnot, and left back. And he can play in multiple positions, obviously off the right, off the left, but. Yeah, let's keep him where he is right now. Let him just master that spot there.
The wings are where we've seen him excel. So
yeah. Shref with a super chat says fans need to stop being worried about money spent. That's Arsenal Football Club's management headache. Arsenal fans pay highest. We need to make big bids to jump from 5th to 3rd.
Yeah, fair point. But equally, you know, you don't want to misspend it come the season start, and you're saying why did we do this and not that, and that's been the case for many a year over the last decade. So I get you. We shouldn't, as fans, we shouldn't care about the money spent and all this. But at Arsenal and at Man United and so on, fans have started to have to care, because it's like, hold on, you can't keep on recycling the same. We can only loan player. We can't buy a player. We can't afford this. We can't afford that. When in reality, no one's holding you accountable. No one at the club's holding it accountable. So as fans, I feel like myself, I've got to know myself why. I've got to kind of figure it out. Otherwise, what am I just going to listen to them and lap it up?
Well, this is my thing. I said, if you had your high expectations, say, listen, it's not my money. Spend it, Arsenal. Spend it. Like, spend the big money. Bring the big signs in. Bring Haaland. Bring all these big signs. You'll just be banging your head at a wall because you know it's not going to happen. Like, they're not going to come here. So yes, it's not our money, but it's also not going to happen. There's no point being unrealistic in it. Obviously, make sure you get the pressure on the owners to spend money, but be realistic with it, in my opinion, as a fan anyway. Otherwise, it's just a circle of stress. Epicurus35 says, Lisandro Martinez played exclusively as centre-back last season for Ajax. His valuation is set at €50 million. He will never join a Europa League team to be a backup. The price tag is starting 11 money.
That's what interests me as well, because who knows? Who knows? I know a lot of us like Gabriel, but who knows? It might be competition for him. It might be competition. When you think
that hurts me.
When you think about some of the profile of attacking mids we have, and we're linked to in Raphinha and whatnot, if you believe it, a defender that can ping balls over the top like Martinez can, it probably, you can see a system in place there.
We're going to argue in a second, because I'm going to throw up an 11 that we could potentially see next season, and I'm going to explain. I'm going to get your reason of why you think that Sandro should be priority after Jesus, and we'll get into that. Luigi says, do you think Martin and Fabio can start together? Yes.
Yeah.
For me, Partey is a lone DM.
It's risky, but yeah.
I think I've got... Do you know what? So I'm going to put up an 11 on the screen now. I'm going to bring up a start 11 and we'll go back to Super Chats in a second. So this is what I would like to see and what we could see potentially next season. It'll be coming up on your screens. Basically, it's a predicted 11 of what we could see. So that'll be coming up right now. And yeah, you'll see here, Turkish you'll see here as well also. Yep. So Ramsdale in goal. I've gone with Tomiyasu right back. Tierney, this is if everyone's fully fit. And I think this is a strong team, playing in a 4-3-3 formation. Gabriel and Saliba. So this is why I wanted to question about Lissandro. I know they play different centre-back sides, but Saliba can play on the right and left centre-back. So I don't think, if Saliba returning, you still think Lissandro Martinez after Jesus should be priority sign after Gabriel Jesus. I want to go into the midfield after as well here. So we've got Partey and the lone DM. I put Odegaard and Vieira in there. I actually want to see that. I think with the players behind them, like Partey, like the Sleep, like Gabriel, like a fit Tomas, a fit Tierney, that allows those players to express themselves in front. We've got Martinez there on the left and Saka and Jesus. This is what we could see next season. Obviously, I haven't kept in, I haven't put Raphinha there, and Emil Smith-Rowe hasn't made it in, and Noise Pepe and some of the players there. But for me, what you said, what do you like that? Think, what would you change, and what would you of an expected 11? What would you change, and what do you think of that 11 there? Because for me, and people in the comments, I'm loving it. People are saying no. Some people are saying yes.
We had we was quite subdued last year as a team. At times, yeah, it wasn't exciting. At times, it was tight games, close wins, and 3 points is 3 points. Cool.
Yeah.
Remember the first half of the season, even I said, it looks like our defence has improved. But then the second half of the season kind of brought man down to earth. But in the second half of the season is when we started being more expansive with our football. And that's bound to happen. Correct. First half of the season, you try not shut up shop, but you try and have a balance where it's leaning more towards securing the back line and keeping as many clean sheets as possible and seeing what you can create and picking off your chances. In the second half of the season, especially when Xhaka moved up ahead of Partey,
right,
we kind of started opening spaces at the back as well, naturally, because the same team, the same thin side, or a thinner side after January, is now being asked to open up a bit. Yeah, which is fine. It nearly worked at the end. We nearly got top 4, cool. We didn't in the end. That comes under quality and the windows, whatever. It's the same thing here. I'm looking at, and you put Saliba in at centre back, yeah? Mm-hmm. And I like the look of Saliba, and I really want to see him, and who knows, he might be the one, yeah? But is that enough for me to then add Vieira and Odegaard and think that defensively was secure enough, especially what I've seen last season? Will Saliba solve that?
Turkish with a fully fit back line there and Partey there.
Yeah, but Partey one injury away from Xhaka, and then what do you do with that formation then? Do you put Odegaard and Vieira with Xhaka, or?
Piss off. This is piss off. This is why I'm just... It's an idea, it's imagination of best case scenario, fully fit 11. I think I'm confident with that, seeing that. I hear what you're saying, but that's where we went into turmoil last season, towards the latter end of the season, because we had to make changes. We had to put people out of position and mix up because of cards and injuries. That's where it could falter. But if you look at that 11 and you think, you know what, yeah, I personally, for me, I'm quite happy with that anyway. But I wanted to bring it up and get people's opinions on that. I saw some people saying yes, some people saying no. Midfield is feeble. Some people are saying now. That's what Luke says there.
That's the worry.
That's what you think we can
when
get
you're
overrun.
A possession-based team and you're like Man City or let's say Liverpool, you can afford a few more lightweight players in the attack. Even though with Man City they build a rough edge with Pep, because you need that too.
Yeah, but they are quite lightweight there. Their forward line.
Yeah, all right.
If you think about it, it's only because of Rodri, that physicality of him that allows and that, you know, that aggression, that guy that kind of stands in the middle of the field and just dictates play, that allows those players in front to just enjoy themselves. Still, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the inverted fullback helps as well because that's another option. But these every game, majority possession, every game.
Yeah.
Arsenal don't have that luxury. When you don't have that luxury and then having lightweight players there, it can cause a problem. But, you know, who knows? This season, with what they're trying to do and build, maybe we do have the majority of possession in most games in the season.
Okay.
But it definitely looks like that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. All right, let's I should go back to super chats in 2 seconds. The poll has finished. There was a poll in the chat that says, how many signings do Arsenal need this summer? A lot of you got involved. Thank you, 5,400 of you guys. The winning number is people saying 36%. Oh, 5 signings, and then just below that 6 signings with 35%.
I wonder if that includes Marquinhos. I should have added that into the thing. I wouldn't.
Right. We're not right. Let's do that then. I'm not including Marquinhos. I'm going to include Vieira. Is that fair?
Yeah, because he's 35 million. He's bought for this season. Now he's 22. Is he 22? Something like that. He's for this season. 22.
Okay, so for you then. Where are you at? Because like I said at the start of the show, I said, listen, I remember I keep saying it. Robbie started with, we need 10 signings. Then me and Jordan did a show. He said, maybe 6. And then realistically, what we really think is going to come in is 4. But however, for me, that's now changed because of Vieira. I didn't see coming out of nowhere.
So you're saying 5?
5. Where are you at?
Alright, so coming into the summer, I said 2 strikers.
Yes, you did.
I said 2 midfielders.
Yeah, you were moving.
1 Xhaka upgrade and 1 like... Yeah, let's say a Vieira type, cool.
Okay.
A left back, not cover, but a left back option that's going to compete with Tierney.
Okay.
That's 5.
People say, were you saying would you say right back or not as well? I'm sure one of us said it.
In order to keep realistic, I kept right back out of it for a sec. Listen, I'm not Cedric's biggest fan. He stepped in and done all right last season. We got Coffee as well. I'm just hoping Tomiyasu doesn't get injured. You know, this is his 2nd season, similar to Tierney. I gave him the 2nd season. Injuries cost us. Now I'm looking at bringing in someone that can potentially compete, replace, and so on. Give Tierney some less game time. That might be the case with Tomiyasu next summer. But this summer, 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, 1 left back. And I'd say...
Oh, that's good. Turkish. I think that's nice.
2 left back. In terms of priority, yeah. But then really, that's only 5, so I could add in a right back. But
now you're being greedy. You're being greedy.
Yeah, let me leave it and keep it realistic.
With 2 midfielders.
So what have we done? So let's say Jesus is one of the strikers, Vieira is one of the midfielders.
Yep.
Yeah. In terms of that left back, we was linked to Hickey first, then Zinchenko. I think that came from the fans. But in all honesty, Zinchenko was a very intriguing option for me because of his, versatility. Versatility.
Yeah.
And then Martinez comes in, and I think Martinez is an even better option because of his stature, his standing, and he might be going to bigger places than Arsenal, but who knows? We'll see. It hasn't been rejected so far in terms of the speculation. So Martinez would be the one for me there. Basuma would have been the one for me in terms of more obviously Vieira's the attacking one. Basuma can be the upgrade on Xhaka and maybe, play with Partey in front of do something.
Or cover Partey as well because he's the injury record.
The thing that's missing here is the other striker. That's why I think this season is where we'll slip up again in a position where we slipped up this year. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Jesus gets 15 to 20 and Eddie gets 10 to 15 because for 2 strikers that output, what's that, 35, 40?
Yeah, that's 30 or 30.
All right, cool. I'll take that from them too.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good.
But I just don't
season for 2 strikers.
Think that will happen either. But we'll see.
Okay. We're gonna go back to super chats. But you listen, striker for me that was priority, but doesn't seem like it is for the club. That boy random says bad thing is if we get rejected, it shows our hand in the transfer market, and we have 70 million to spend. Yeah, this is something you'll be hot on, by the way. If we get him, great. But if we,
but it hasn't been confirmed. It's Arsenal. That's the thing.
Us.
So
yeah,
it hasn't been confirmed.
But if it does confirm, it is Arsenal. 60 million available. And if we miss out, then that's available for someone else. I know you'll be on that as well. Cameron Lowry says, what are the pros and cons with Raphinha versus Gnabry? I feel like people are too into romantic story. Raphinha is quicker, younger, and Prem proven.
Yeah, come on. There's no comparison. Gnabry is a world-class winger that gets you goals. Confidence in abundance, strength. He's got pace. He's on another planet to Raphinha. on another planet. He's dealt with pressure well. He's dealt with knockbacks
His vision, I think, is better over Raphinha's as well. The way he can pick a pass and yeah,
the positions
his
Gnabry
quality,
picks
his technical ability is
with or
higher.
without the ball. He's cold. Cold.
I keep questioning Raphinha. Is he the profile that Arteta wants, and how they would work together? Now, people have come at me. I've had a big debate in the comments in the last live that me and Turkish did, because of this big personality, big characteristic, the ego sort of player. I think Raphinha's quite emotional. I do question that with Mikel Arteta and how he would handle that. And the people I was arguing with in the comments or discussing it with, sorry, I don't want to say arguing because that sounds like, it's derogatory. It wasn't. It was bad. It was just discussing the fact that he was saying we need to drop this, but I haven't seen Arteta really handle big, high ego and personalities yet. So it's going to have a question mark over it. I think Gnabry has an attitude that would work with Mikel Arteta and Arsenal Football Club. And for the younger players as well, they'll look to him and be like, you've been here, you've changed, you've gone away to the German League, you come back and you're on fire. I think a lot of that you can look at and admire. So yeah, I think that's my opinion on that. Raphinha, Dubsky, actually, no, there's quite a few. Thank you for your super chats. There's loads flying in. Football Capo says, a hungry Jesus and a Raphinha will tear the English Premier League to cement World Cup positions. Martinez reminds me of Mascherano, but get rid of Xhaka and bring in Tielemans. Come on, you Gunners.
That's one of the positions we have to upgrade. And I can't keep on seeing Xhaka play majority of games for this football club. I just can't see it. I'm tired. So I hope Arteta really does have a plan in place. I really do.
I know that point about the Brazilians and how that their love for trying to get into, they want to play for their national team it means so much to them. I just think if we keep signing all these Brazilians, bruv, after the World Cup when they come back, they're going to be frass. They're going to be so mash up. They're going to be that good. Can we get some different nations just to mix up a bit? Do you know what I mean? If they are selected for Brazil, obviously, but you know what I mean. Something to consider. I think that's something to think about. Football Hit says, will our spending now create a problem later?
That's but you see that question there, that's why we have these debates. I don't want to care about how much we're spending, but we've seen before our spending creates problems later, hence why we can't blindly not allow, because there's nothing we can do, but we can't blindly just not have opinions and just let them do what they're going to do and keep on getting it wrong. We can have an opinion, it's fine, because we've seen problems created from misspending before.
Okay, and Sam Attila says Tielemans will only, if it's Xhaka leaves, I think it means work if Xhaka leaves, so I believe Martinez is a better option now for Arteta because he can cover. I said
Tielemans. I was trying to work that out for time. Tielemans. I was trying to
spell it to don't get me.
It's not. It must be spell check. But it says I was reading that Tielemans will only cope if Xhaka leaves. I was thinking, and I'm sure
because I saw when I saw Cook, I was like, I'm sure he means come.
Tielemans will only come if Xhaka leaves. Cool, yeah. Cool. Good old spell check, man. I was thinking because I heard you say that. And I'm thinking,
when I said it,
has he mispronounced something?
Listen, just so you know, off camera, Turkey says you need to read the super chats before you read them out. I was like, yeah, I know, I need to work on that. So when I was reading it, I was thinking, let me just check it. But I was like, it's Tielemans. But yeah, no. There's a point in there. There's definitely some validity to that. He may not come until unless Xhaka goes. Rahishi Raj, thank you for the super chat. 87 Dal Cantor, that has killed me by the way. Tielemans, I'm gonna call him that now from now on.
I thought you were sending for Ty. When you said that, I thought, what's Ty got to do? And I was reading it now. Yeah, let's move on. Big up Sam.
That Tielemans from Leicester, what a baller. Dal Cantor with 87 Dal Cantor with a super chat says, how would you feel about a three at the back with Ramsdale, Saliba, White, and Gabriel as a three at the back? Ramsdale in goal, Saliba and White, Gabriel, Saka, Partey, Tielemans and Tierney, and then Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli with Tommy and Martinez as backup, CBs and wing backs.
I don't mind. I've never been against the three at the back formation as some people have, because I can see it being an attacking formation as much as people can see it being a defensive. But I feel like the brief era of the three at the back with the wing backs solely.
Do we have good enough wing backs? Be honest. Let's be honest. Tomiyasu is great at defending. Cedric's going forward. He's got a good delivery, but is he a wing back? I wouldn't say so. Defensively, he's probably more sound.
He's more a wing back, Cedric.
Is it?
He gets balls
into
the
across the boxes. Yeah, okay, but
he's more a wing back.
Yeah, but does he look like the profile? was he a profile of a wing back? If you're saying play the free, yes, it can be looked at as defensive and attacking, but
because he hasn't got the pace that modern day wing backs kind of you'd want them to need. But Tierney should be able to do that, and Tomiyasu should be able to do that.
I don't think Tomiyasu is strong enough for us to go to free at the back and be that style of play and play from our width of the wing backs. I don't think we have yet good enough wing backs. Personally.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't want to change to a back three at this moment in time.
But
I think that era's came and went pretty quick. But it's a formation you should be able to go into during games, because modern day football, tactics change defensively, offensively, first half, second half. You need to be fluid. So it's something that always needs to be readily available. Even last season when we went to 10 men a couple of times, Holding comes on, we switch to a back five. In that situation, it's defensive. But then at the same time, when we needed goals, and we had to change something up. So when we got down to 10 men and had to change something up defensively, the back five worked well. Holding actually came in and got some credit.
Well, he did.
But when we needed goals, we never thought about that option because, maybe you're right. Maybe it's because of Cedric on one side and Tierney on the other, because you could see how the fullback. But that can be an attacking formation too.
It can. I just don't believe they're good enough yet for that. Dubsky says Raphinha can only play on the right. Dale Hallowell says, do you guys think a team needs box-to-box, defensive and an attacking midfielders starting together? All of them. Nowadays, you can have two 10s in there and one DM. You can have a box-to-box and a defensive midfielder in there. You don't have to have all three playing together. Definitely not.
It's just good to have options.
Yeah.
5 subs next season, I believe.
And depth,
you need the options. You don't need all of them at once. You need a couple of different styles at once for sure, but not all.
Owen Campbell of Super Chat says, Turkish, I'm a fan of yours, so it's not a hated comment, but don't you think it's risky or dangerous to want a player you haven't seen before but only heard about and seen highlights like Martinez?
It is, bro, but when Henry signed for the club, I didn't know much about him. When Vieira signed, I didn't know much. It's happened before. At the same time, Nicolas Pepe, for example, I was watching him for at least 6 months before we signed him, and I wanted him.
You were a big fan before when he came.
And then look how that one turned out. So it is what it is. Like I said yesterday, Owen, and I didn't take that nowhere near any hate. Come on, my bro. What I said yesterday is it doesn't matter what I want. It doesn't matter what you want.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The club are being paid, and people are being paid to do these things. So let's see what they do. I can only offer my opinion. You can offer yours. I like Martinez's profile. Don't know much about him. Is it risky? Yes. It is. It is what it is.
Okay, I'm going to run through these super chats. Again, thank you. There's 8,000 people here. Please hit a like on this video, and we're going to run through these super chats. I really want to get into what I prepared for this show. So let's get straight into it. So
about to run out of time again.
I know, bro. I literally big up to you all, and thank you all for joining us as always at these 5 o'clock lives. F. Ryan Ahmed says a proper Partey backup needed. Yes, that is true. Or someone to even challenge for him. Let's just say that, because that injury record.
Yeah, rotation option.
Yeah. Andy Walsh with super chat. Thank you. Sia Oleyemi, thank you for your super chat. Q Dollar Benjamin, thank you for super chat. Homer says, how many total goals do you think we should be expect from Saka, Jesus, Martinez, Raphinha, and Smith Rowe? Should we get all our targets? That's a lot of maths quickly. Saka got 10, 11. That's a lot. 10 each. Wait, is that more? Wait, no, we need to...
I'd say 60 goals.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 50. Jesus, you hit 15. So I'm going to say 55. You would say 60?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we'd want. That's what we'd expect. Ricardo, I rate Raphinha highly, but I never really prioritised him as a crucial sign. Agreed, me too. At least at this time. Also, don't see it happening. Spot Ricardo with you. Diallo says, come on, Turkish. Raphinha and Serge are not that far.
Not for me, bro. I mean, Serge has been tested at the highest level, and he's come out with flying colours. He's been quality at the highest level internationally and for Bayern Munich. Whereas Raphinha, for me, you don't know whether he's up there with Serge until he's really tested at the next big club or in a Champions League run and so on. Quality-wise, obviously Raphinha's got quality, but Gnabry's all round for me, all round.
Okay, we're going to go into now the thing that I prepared. So we're going to go into basically who do you want? So there'll be two players come up on your screen, an A and B, left and right. And in the poll, there'll be basically a poll of which player you want, of the players' names. So we'll bring the first one up now on your screen. So look out for it. Get in the chat. I know some of you guys might be listening to this over audio and not be able to access it in the chat, but people that are and able to, get involved and let's get into this. So the first one, your guy, Lisandro Martinez versus Aaron Hickey. A or B? The chat will be coming up in the poll, or you can even put in the comments if you want in the live chat. So obviously on the left, Lisandro Martinez, he can play centre back, left back, and has played defensive mid, like I mentioned earlier. 24 years old, still young. £30 million transfer fee is roughly what it might be around. Argentinian, and he currently plays for Ajax. And then position, which we spoke about there, he plays in multiple. Aaron Hickey on the right there. Left back is his position, 20 years old, transfer fee of 20 million. Sorry, it's not £30, it's not £20. Of course not, 20 M's, 30 M's. And then he's Scottish and from the club Bologna. Who are you guys going to decide of? I'm sure a lot of the chat might go with Martinez because that is kind of, the most recent link. And I think his variety of positions helps.
But you youth project merchants will want another 19-year-old.
Hey, chill out, man. Now the youth project, man. We like the youth project. I like the youth project.
The youth need
for now.
The youth need some guidance, my guy. They need some guidance, yeah.
They got Xhaka, man, Loudon, man.
I'm about to leave the stream.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the poll because it looks like it's popping off. Big up everyone joining in. Martinez is running away with this 89%, but some people are saying 11% to Hickey. There is people that are on the Hickey side. I think he becomes more of a cover for Tierney if he does come in, if it's more Hickey. Martinez though, again, I go to the versatility of the positions he can play, and Turkish is obviously going towards the experience in that position.
He's not that experienced though.
He's still 24. He's young. He's still young. Still very young.
He's just got more about him.
Where how old is Tierney at the moment? Is there someone? Cause I should know this. Tierney must be
25.
He's like 25. Yeah. Let me just quickly check. I think he is around that age.
3 years. 2019. 3 years.
Sorry, people, bear with me. I should know this. Let me just. I was about to Kieran. I was about to say Tierney then.
Yeah, he's more versatile.
25 years old. Yeah, 25 years old. Okay, 25 years old. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably go with Lisandro Martinez. But anyway, I think Martinez has run away with that one. Okay, we're going to go bring in the next one. Thank you everyone joining in. That was 1,362 of you joining in there. So the second photo will be coming on your screens now. This is the next poll. Again, A or B, same format. Martinez won that one. Let's go into this one. So A or B. I know the rumours have died down, but Zinchenko can cover left back, versatile, but he wants to play CM, which Arteta said he would give him if he joins Arsenal. Versus Tielemans, B. Age both 25 years old. Enough experience for you there, sir? It's not really experience either, still young though. Transfer fee 30 million for Zinchenko roughly, and then transfer fee roughly is Tielemans of 50 million. And nationality, obviously we know Zinchenko is Ukrainian, and Tielemans is from Belgium. Club obviously is at Man City and Leicester. So let you guys get in the chat now, and either put it in the chat or put it on the poll that's coming up on your screens. I'm seeing a lot of people. A lot of people gone for B. I actually think I might go for Zinchenko on this one. But there's a good debate here. I'm going for Zinchenko because of versatility-wise for me. It covers two positions, but he's not strong enough in that midfield, personally, for me to be, I don't know, a cover for Partey really, or challenge Partey. We're going to need another midfielder, which some people may argue that is counterproductive, but I would like Zinchenko. I like him playing at left back. I think his quality, and in that midfield, I think he could also bring something as well. And coming from a side like Man City, yeah, that's my personal opinion. But Tielemans is running away with it, 70%. Zinchenko 28. Are you with Tielemans still?
Yeah, this is quite a tough one.
Yeah,
because I do like Zinchenko. It's just that I haven't seen
It is a tough one, because I
haven't seen Zinchenko. I don't watch Ukraine play, so I don't. Like, he plays centre mid apparently for Ukraine, so I don't know how effective he is in that position and whatnot. I know he's got the attributes for it from what we've seen at Man City. Apart from the strength, I'd say, but he has got a bit of a rough edge about him. He doesn't shy away, which kind of sometimes physically, you're given what you're given.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing about it when you're coming up against other people, but at least mentally
inside
be there.
you can do it. Yeah.
And I think he's got that. And
hard to play against.
It's tough, but I'm gonna lean on Tielemans because with Tielemans, you know what you're getting. You've seen what you're getting, and yes, there are some doubts with some things there, but surely there's doubts with Zinchenko as well, considering we haven't seen him in that position enough to even be confident about it. So Tielemans, just for me, just even though I know there's some doubts about him, I think
there is.
I think good age.
Slowing the ball a bit with Tielemans at times, can get caught out, but
yeah.
I don't think
this
see that as
season in
much from
particular,
Zinchenko.
you saw it quite a bit
Big
from
time.
Tielemans. I think he's just had enough over there, which people might say doesn't bode well coming to Arsenal in a few years in if he has enough over here. But no other big team is in for him. There's no other side, it seems, that's got Champions League that wants him. So it seems like if we do want him and we go back in for him, he's got a decision to make. I'd lean towards him. All
right.
To be honest, with the Martinez link, I feel like Martinez eliminates the need for a Zinchenko in terms of cover for Tierney.
Well, there you go.
And then Tielemans adds what you need to add in terms of upgrade on Xhaka.
This is why I've said I did mention he might be counted.
Even though they're different, but still, he can play that position.
But I like Zinchenko. I think he's quality on the ball. He's actually quick as well. I think people underestimate how quick the guy is, especially and on the ball, not just off the ball. And very good. You see him in so many different positions. He can shoot, cross. Zinchenko for me anyway. But for me,
not Tielemans.
That's
no.
for me. Not Tielemans.
Not Tielemans.
Not Tielemans. I'm calling him that for big up Tielemans. when I say that on the stream, James is gonna lose his mind.
Yeah, say it.
He's gonna
say it.
He's gonna think.
He's gonna raise his glasses and then wipe his eyes. You know what he does, and he looks stressed.
It's like, why am I here with this guy? All right, last one. Big up everyone here and getting involved. Last one is come up on the screens now. 2 players now. This is more the wingers. This could be a good conversation. This one, A and B, Raphinha versus Bowen. Now the reason this is a good one. I know the Bowen rumours has kind of died down, but I keep seeing online on Twitter and so a lot of the time that people are making a case for Bowen. A lot of people making a case for Bowen over Raphinha. Now this is a tough one for me personally because, like I keep saying, I don't know if Raphinha's the right one, but I wouldn't mind if we get him. But do I think Bowen's the right one? It's a tough one. And let me run through it. Both right wings, both 25 as well. Transfer fee are reportedly same as well, around 40 million. Well, Raphinha's has changed due to the news today, 60 million. So I should have changed that. Apologies, but it's changing literally before we went live. So forgive me for that one. Nationality Brazilian and nationality English. Obviously, we know they're both one place for Leeds, one place for West Ham. What do you guys think watching Raphinha or Bowen? Are we getting too ahead of ourselves with Bowen? Did he just have one good season that that's really put him in a big claim and a big spot for fans wanting him? Or can he bring more quality than Raphinha? I think he did have a very good season with Bowen, but Raphinha, is he a player that you guys will want to see more over? Sorry, not James, I called you James there. Turkish, what are you thinking on this one?
I like both. I like Bowen. I like Bowen. Surprised it took him this long at West. Well, he hasn't been there long, but I thought he'd hit the ground running. But this season was really a standout for them.
Yeah.
But Raphinha for me. Raphinha for me.
I think people are running away. Sorry, not people. Raphinha is running away with it. He's got 81%.
I was about to say clear, but it's not as clear as Gnabry and Raphinha for me. Like Gnabry's up there, and then it'll be Raphinha, then Bowen.
And they're quite
not too close, but Raphinha definitely for me would be the pick. More about him.
Do you think a lot of these votes are swayed because of the link? And the rumours that are regularly like coming about. Do you know what I mean? Because it seems like everyone that's won is the one that's has been around rumoured, or is it? Do you think it's people's general preference?
Because I went with everyone that they went with. So what are you trying to say?
You're part of the problem. You're exactly the
same as them. Voted Raphinha. I said Raphinha. The chat voted Tielemans.
I went with Zinchenko.
I went with Martinez. The chat went with Martinez.
Can't believe you're going with Tielemans.
Don't try to slander us now because you don't like the results.
That's what we got to do. Learning from Robbie the best. All right, let me go back to the super chats. But that is it, guys. Apologies. That is it for, not even apologies. I don't even apologise for it. But that is it for that. Little activity there. It was interesting to see what everyone was thinking on who they wanted. Well, you've all spoken, and let's see if some of these these signings happen and make way. Let me get back to the super chat.
Scroll down.
Here we go.
I think it's the yellow one first. Actually, maybe that.
Yeah, no, is this? Seba says, I think Raphinha is a great player, but is he a 70 million euros footballer? Also, guys, I'm coming to London in August from Australia. Is there any way you guys know where I can get 2 tickets to the first game?
The first game's a myth. Away at Palace, it'll be sold out before you even open your browser, mate. Yeah, maybe first home game you
might be able to,
but even that one is usually a mad one
Palace
to
is
get.
difficult. Even when I went last season, a lot of people were outside because I was with them for a while trying to get tickets to that game. Palace is a myth.
And on the first half of the super chat, is Pepe a 70 million footballer? Is Lukaku a 96 million footballer? You know, did Pogba do 90 million worth of dirt at United? Whoever else, Pulisic 60. Nowadays, footballers are not worth what the fees being spent. You know, that's part and parcel of it. You just got to be shrewd. Got to make sure you know what you're doing, and get it done. Just a difficult one to say. Counter Shushkola. Do you think Xhaka will leave this season? Now this is a question. I hope not.
What'd you say?
We're gonna need him.
Okay, so yeah.
I thought I'd try it out a bit, man. A lot of people are, saying that I've got an agenda. I'm trying. I'm trying.
I tried to look into your soul, and you were literally looking back. I was trying to see, like, I don't know if he's playing on this one. Right, acting skills on a 10 though, Turkish. Did it? Boy, I did not, bro. You had me for real. Man, looked at that silence for so long. I was really trying to work him out.
I was trying to think about what else I can say to add to it, but I was stuck.
Bro, no. That's no silence. No, do you know what? No, I'm not even there. I don't know. I don't know.
Why is Turkish so negative? Why doesn't he smile? This guy makes me sick, man. I
enjoy this with you, bro. You actually, there's always a joke. You always give me a joke on the stream.
I think that question was more to you than me.
Do you know what? For the only things, I haven't seen any links with him going away at all, anywhere. I've been not that I'm being looking to see I want him to go, because obviously he did his interview. He says he wants to achieve something big in his club before he leaves. So I think he definitely wants to stay. He definitely wants to prove that, he's going to be needed. And again, you actually did mention, not that I wouldn't say we need him, but there is going to be times where he's going to get minutes. There's going to be a lot of fixtures, 5 subs, all of that. There's going to be plenty of fixtures for him to play in. But I don't think he'll go. I don't think he wants to leave, but for Arsenal Football Club and for what I think we need to do, I think it is time for Xhaka to move on. That's me personally. Paul says Martinez could be a cover for Partey. Oh, it's also a good point. I don't know how good he is in that position though. I have to check him out in the defensive mid first. Diallo says the disrespect on Raphinha is mad. Are you kidding?
This is what I mean about people. Don't be sensitive, my guy. I said Raphinha's got quality. I said I'd take him in an ideal world. I like him. I just said he's not on Gnabry's level, my bro. And to be honest, where did they sign him from? Rennes. Rennes to Leeds. 25 years of age. What's Gnabry been doing in his 20s? This is the difference I'm talking about.
Did Raphinha tear it up at Leeds?
He definitely didn't tear it up. But Leeds are also not the greatest team. But at the same time, they're very attack-minded, especially under Bielsa, which would have suited him.
Very.
It's no disrespect on Raphinha that I'm saying. In fact,
quality.
Diallo, I feel like you're disrespecting Gnabry by thinking it's a disrespect to say Gnabry's clear of Raphinha. Unless you are not happy with me saying he's above Bowen, but it's closer than Raphinha and Gnabry. But I'm still saying Raphinha's better than Bowen, but Gnabry's clear.
Right. Robbie, big up Robbie with a super chat, says, what would I do to see a young Vieira and Roy Keane brought into the midfield? Amen. Haven't had a ruthless streak, well, Vieira that is, ruthless streak there in years. Best DMs ever. And then last little super chat as well here. Benny, Pulisic wants out of Chelsea. Would you take him?
Nope. I know you're American, Benny, but please don't tell me you'll take him.
You take Rashford though, right?
Ah, bro.
Oh, Rashford.
Thank you for tuning in.
Rashford signed to Arsenal.
Thank you for tuning in.
We are coming to the end of the show. Turkish, big up. We've enjoyed this one.
It's been a good one, man.
Been a good one still. And big up everyone that's watched this live. We'll obviously be back tomorrow. It won't be us two, so you can have a break. You should have Robbie and James tomorrow.
Robbie and James,
be a good session. Make sure you check that out. Obviously, Transfer Daily every morning, giving you the up-to-date news and rumours around the transfers here at Arsenal, and plenty of other shows. Turkish mentioned, the Supporters Club that he did today. That's going to be a good one. So make sure you check that out. And Sunday, keep saying it. You hear me, you're probably bored of me saying it, but the Claude Cup is going down in New River Stadium in North London, White Hart Lane. Come and join us. Plenty YouTube teams playing, SC Dons, AFTV FC, Hackney Wick and the Wall FC, all raising money for the Guna Claude Foundation. A really good one. So make sure you guys come in, and £6 a ticket. Come and join us. It'll be a good spectacle and in the memory of a legend that is Claude. Thank you for watching, everyone.
One sec before you go. A lot of people are saying they've enjoyed the interactive lives. Big up Cecil and big up James for that, because you know it was their idea. You know, to put more polls in, to get more, you know, of your opinion, and if you like it, we'll continue doing it.
Guys, yeah, do let us know in the comments below and in this video. Yeah, 100%. I have
and
to.
80+% are agreeing with me. Come on.
Thank you. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Just if you want more interactive stuff, do let us know, because I enjoy doing that. Especially when, to be honest, there's some slow news days. It's always nice to hear what everyone else is thinking and how and what they see this Arsenal transfer window, how it's going and whatnot. So let us know, and I'll happily build more along with James and Turkish. Thank you, everyone. It's time for us to get out of here.
Love, people. Love.
Take care, and we'll see you soon.